we're moving on here to Royal versus a bear. In that topic of new versus old, this is about as close as it gets for two veterans. Bear does actually have more games. Bear is close to 7,000, Royal more 4,000. But Royal is the Summer Cup veteran. This is his seventh Summer Cup, and he is actually the tournament organizer of the Summer Cup.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, it was said in the opening ceremony that he has not missed one Summer Cup participation nor a CL.
Yeah, and which means he's played more opponents than most players. Just especially being in the middle ground of SCL where people go by him and people get demoted and stuff. I don't think he's played a bear, though a bear did play Winter Cup and has come out of hibernation here for Summer Cup. He got second place, actually. The only loss he had was to Kaylee, and he had some really good wins, including a win against Warning Track that came as a surprise to some who don't realize that a bear is very good at SpyParty.
No, it's just to some who didn't remember the match results from that Winter Cup, rather. But moving on.
This is Group Seek, and I'm looking at Ballroom here. Rocker?
Yes.
Perfect. Then in that case here, I'm just waiting for the stream to show Rocker here with a little bit of delay, and we'll get started in 3, 2, 1, playing it. AI controlled a bookcase. What a fine start.
I mean, you can grab that book and then put it somewhere else later after, carrying it around for a little bit. I don't think it's that bad of
Question
a
for you,
start.
Catnip. Do
Yeah,
you think that every single book in that bookcase is the same actual book? Like, is it the same story 100 times?
I'd
Or do you
hope
think it's a
not.
hundred stories that are different, but they're all blue?
I very much hope for the latter, because otherwise, why would I be coming back to that bookshelf?
Yeah, when the AI comes back to the green bookshelf 3 times in a game, you're like, I'm extra suspicious. Unless you're pulling the same book 3 times and you just want to finish the book. It's like the
Yeah,
equivalent
like
of going and finding the dog at the party. Is like, I'm just gonna go pet the dog. I don't want to talk to you people.
so we do have 31% flirt, the dreadful 31%. You're just off from the three wide flirt zone area achievement. But we don't have anything else, and it's only 2 minutes 15 left.
Ambassador not giving us a sweet walking bug. I'm gonna see if we get more sort of opportunities with these Taft ambassadors being so fast. We're not going in immediately for the flirt too. This looks like Royal might be committing to maybe a frame game potentially. Small men at middle statues is the sort of thing that you can look at and go, that's probably suspicious in the sniper side.
I mean, it's small men on ballroom, so that's suspicious by itself in the first place.
Okay, we're cooking time here. Royal Flush is looking around though. Maybe trying to consider if he needs to move over for banana bread. JK, we're doing the banana bread here. We are with the SDA, which is a bit unfortunate. But if we're not trying to finish, it doesn't really matter. We might just be trying to get someone else shot. Okay, banana bread and purloin. Okay, this is a really hard spot for the sniper.
Yeah, but but we haven't really done anything else that much. Flirt is kind of not the option here anymore unless we time out. Um,
Fingerprintable statue is one way to finish missions. Lowlights have come off. It's down to a good 4 or 5. Us, Boots, and Disney are statue vision. Boots might be in a bit of trouble here, taking a drink to statues.
we do get a green flirt now, so bringing that to 78%, which, like, if you do the 30 last second rush, you can still do this. So, finish seduce and then inspect swap.
Okay, Irish and Boots have both survived going to statues here late. We're now following up on Boots. This could be a swap. Swap
Pedal
done.
that.
It's seen though. Good stuff there. For for our newer players, swap does have a fade. So you can see a green swap versus a white swap. A green swap is faster. I remember it. Green equals go. It looks like a bear did have the angle to see that. If not, he was just very suspicious of Royal Flush. Maybe had a pin on the power line more than was implied by the laser.
Yeah, it just there was finally some hope there, but just not enough.
It
If
doesn't
he
help
had hit
also,
the green potentially,
and then it would have put us into overtime potentially. I think the biggest issue there, honestly, is we did a banana bread in a sort of frame game, but then didn't commit to it. And because we were with
yeah,
the SDA, it just added another mission to us going to statues again. You might have even seen the swap. It might have just been for inspect, honestly. We got a
possibly.
bear here on general. Uh, Here trying to continue the lead here, up 1-0 in 3, 2, 1, planet. Drink in hand means a bit less fun for chaotic spies, unless you just want to do that. The quick, dirty 34% flirt.
Like that was just wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
I do like General and Irish. I think they make a cute couple.
I mean, all green. The wardrobe is easy to sort.
I think General Pearls is probably like you just take the two gray foxes and put them together, but General Irish, I ship it. We got 68%. We're standing next to a briefcase if we want it. We have a book in hand. We've got options. Bear is not looking to play slowly here on his first spy game of Summer Cup. That's cheeky. We're just moving the briefcase from our left foot to our right foot and completing mission in the meanwhile.
I like this aggression, rather.
The
I
really
like.
nice thing about this aggression is it's just moments. It's can you catch that half a second that we did the flirt? Can you catch the 1 or 2 seconds that it took to pick up and put down this briefcase? He's not really giving Royal Flush a lot to catch, and it's not really things that you're necessarily looking for. It's not like that moment of did they bug or not, where you're always going to be watching for bug.
Yeah, and we do finish flirt quickly as well, and we are about to put the books correctly without any microfilm done. Perhaps for the better, depending on what we have later, what we plan to do.
Okay,
And
Ambassador comes a bit behind us, but not enough for a bug, and choosing that bug would have been questionable. Looks like we might just be here preparing ourselves for this briefcase. Uh, we got to be careful. Yeah, we stop as he leaves. We don't want to get caught for a phantom bug in that situation. If we went behind the ambassador fully, that's not the pad.
that's
Um,
yeah. Also, think AI would have passed around the other side of the conversation because this was a bit cramped considering the proximity to the other conversation circle. So that is what would be suspicious to me looking at it.
I think we might have tried to do a banana bread and leave, but we do get the white test, so it's a bit more awkward. We do stop talk it though. This is the sort of play I was expecting a bear to maybe just head off to middle statues if he green tested the banana bread. We
We
are getting
do get
highlight for the real. It looks like Royal's doing a bit of a gambit here and just taking it down to these 5 suspects. If we go middle statues now, I am not sure we survive it. Okay, we're testing him. It's going to be on Royal's side. What is Royal watching, and is it going to be us? Laser's twitching over to us, but it might be trying to get an angle on the tray. He doesn't like the 2 cycles. Gives it a bit of time, make sure another banana bread or the list is still there, and just shoots us for the middle statue. Good shot by Royal there to keep it even.
yeah, well done by Royal Flush there, and just shoot finishing statues that late in the game on board.
Yeah, I think the big play here from Royal was the assume, taking the highlights here for the banana bread and leaving behind any highlights he had for previous inspects, and it makes this inspect feel a lot more suspicious, and very likely it is indeed the spy. We're 1-1, moving on to Courtyard.
My favorite map in the game. I'm
It's a
so
good map.
happy in the first stages.
It's a good map. We're playing a Seek, and we'll get to have that Courtyard talk in three, two, one, playing it.
The
Not,
courtyard talk.
yeah, we're not immediately trying to curve into the statues for the swap, and for good reason. We do have the drink in hand. We'll see what Irish is up to. Seek and Irish also a fine couple, though I don't appreciate if you're just going to choose the same seduction target every game
Banana bread.
I
strategically.
mean, I actually appreciate their love for Irish because I have a lot of love for her too. They have
Uh,
good.
we 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 found out, and Calvin Schoolage will be shown later from Calvin stats that Irish was the most popular picked in SCL 5. I think she kind of hits that right area of a very good character, but not necessarily the most suspicious. Small Man was a good fourth or fifth on the list.
Yeah, and also both her and General, the pair you ship, do have good walking bugs. They're quite subtle.
Yeah, General has also been very popular. I think it's got worse and worse, or more and more general as time went on. This is a banana bread. This could set up a bug
Banana
if we
bread.
stop, talk, and run. It looks like it's just for the banana bread. It is fake. I'm not sure what the intention then was.
Yeah, perhaps
Yeah,
perhaps
just gives a bear a bit more to worry about and a few more lowlights. It's not covering for anything other than just causing more suspicion universally. This could be a good bug if we take the path. The bug
still
path
very
that we've seen, but
suspicious, even if it does take, I dare say.
yeah, General and Taft, big bodies, would have covered most, if not all, of the arm from most angles. Uh, a bear low lighting someone going to statues. That's concerning. Not sure why.
Is the other
Now,
one printable? Perhaps I don't think so.
okay, now it's our turn. Can we get a low light for going to statues on Courtyard? Because that would be very nice.
Well, it seems we're not even getting attention for going to statues, so
We
there's
could have
that.
swapped there.
Even
That
better.
unless the bear is baiting it out there, a swap there could have been very powerful. Not sure what we're gonna use as our fourth mission now. I think we missed that opportunity. We aren't highlight though. It's gonna be a situation there where we can. Uh-oh, we're purloining. 10 seconds. We're running away. A bear, you got to be on this. We've been to statues. We're doing laps, but a bear just not ready to shoot for the purloin. Maybe waiting for someone to go to statues, but he just missed us on the statues entirely.
Yeah,
Royal
well,
Flush takes the lead again.
Royal Flush was completely missed having been at statues from what it seems. So you're still supposedly waiting for something else potentially. Though this late in the game, you could shoot as well.
You can shoot for the white purloin, bear. He's hibernating. It's time to wake up. It's Summer Cup. Bears are meant to hibernate during the winter. We got more Disney. We're still on that meme.
Well,
And
perhaps he's doing Eastivation. You can never
uh,
know.
it's yeah. I think a bear had a good count, or maybe it was just very clean play, and it just didn't think it was Royal Flush. But if you're just gonna miss and inspect, you miss and inspect. A bear here on Disney in three, two, one, playing it.
Lots of Disney games today.
Yeah, I mean we had good reason for the first. Now we're just playing Disney for playing Disney. I assume. I've never been a huge fan of him because I just don't like his big hands. I find it really easy to get caught for doing bugs, and bugs are the main reason why one character would be better than another character.
I just find him looking suspicious overall.
Banana
Just
bread.
so as a aside from the game where you have suspicion, just I don't trust him.
Really good banana bread. We do lose two highlights, and okay, here comes an assume. This makes the banana bread a lot less powerful. Um, It looks like Royal might be just playing a bit of an underdog role here, and I think appropriately, and has decided that just assume reels are a good way for him to keep it, uh, keep a bear very much honest. We have seen fakes from Royal on his side too. It seems to be just his game plan today.
Yeah, I don't know if a bear is the replay watcher type, but he could have seen that and hey, Royal assume real, so could potentially use it
Okay,
later.
that was a desperate attempt at a
Oh,
bug. We're walking through the conversation. It's all seen. I think this in part is really helped out with the fact that we had 9 lowlights for them just because of the assume real, and it makes our character stand out when we're chasing the highlight ambo.
yeah. So Royal Flush now up 3-1.
Yeah, don't look now. If Royal Flush can get another win, he's on the board with a point two, and he gets the win. Um, if a bear is to win this, he needs to win all of library and all of high rise.
It's
And
definitely still doable though.
this is the most winnable game. Sniping on library is something that you expect to win, especially as a elite player like a bear. We got Royal Flush on Cowboy here in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Okay. I'm interested to see what Royal Flush's plan here is on library because he's been doing a lot of like banana bread purloin and kind of hoping that someone gets shot and then choosing to do missions when that all falls apart.
Banana bread.
Maybe trying to couple low light here with the BB split. We're not on camera. We got quite far away before we got seen, but it's just not assumed. Just a lot of low lights taken there from a bear. The safe ones.
Yeah, we do have a green flirt, which is a great help for us. Innocent drink take, but we are right under the laser, so that's understandable.
Yeah, the biggest problem here, because that was a fake, and we didn't get rewarded for the play, is if we're ever doing a banana bread in the future, we're just going to give more lowlights,
Yeah,
and it's really hard to finish 5 missions with extra lowlights, given I don't like Royal Flush's chances from the start, but he's got plenty of time to fix that.
he does. But it's still running out. We have only half a mission done and 3 minutes 10 left only. I say only, it's a lot of time, but not with that much still left to do.
Yeah, one thing that we can always consider is timeouts. Library, more than basically any venue, is friendly for timeouts, both the back window and also the fact that you can just confirm just where the laser is. You're completely off screen if you do a timeout. I'm not sure it's necessarily Royal Flush's go-to though.
It just, once again, like we've seen in Ballroom, Royal Flush has done something small, and then he's just wandering around, not sure of what to do. Well, now he is at statues.
Red test
Wow,
swap. The red
potentially.
test is completely hidden by the fact that Cowboy's big and we were off screen. The swap will not be hidden for long, though. It's going to be on a bear to come over and identify the previously memorized statues as different. At minimum, we should be able to take lowlights on people who are not already highlights.
Which
If
is
a bear's memory
exactly what
lets him
we're
down.
doing
Banana
now.
bread.
A second fake banana bread, and we're in conversation with the DA too. Yeah, swap's been seen. We're dead.
Yep.
Don't call it a comeback. We're 3-2 down, but it's a good start for a bear.
Don't call it a comeback, but call it a roar.
Uh, let's move on.
We'll see.
Okay, we have a drink in hand, but we're right next to the ambassador. This makes me sad. And we'll get started in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Yeah, if a bear takes control immediately, preparing himself for situations like the ambassador. Does not care about the drink. What a sick bug.
I love that one.
A bit helicoptery. The helicopter bug being about the worst bug in the game. But the portion that was doing the spin around was a bit behind the pillar and a bit off screen and a bit chaos time. It's just
And it's
fantastic.
still about 10 seconds in the game, so.
Exactly.
We're fine. I'm loving the Bears' place tonight, actually.
Yeah, it's unfortunate he's down. We don't get the inspects because of boots. So dang you boots. Um, the big thing that's been saving Royals so far is the fake banana bread assume, or sorry, the real banana bread assumes have given him extra lowlights, so he's been able to catch a bear. Particularly on that courtyard game, but I think also on ballroom. Um, I would definitely consider either not banana breading or doing a fake as a bear if you're trying to get rid of some suspicion.
Yeah, I think that that might pull him the win in this game, though he does seem to be doing pretty well for now already. I have a no talk there, but we are behind the pillar and it's library, so there's plenty of other things to watch for.
This book is going to end up somewhere, and I would like for
Banana
it to
bread.
be. Oh, we're doing double
Banana
banana
bread.
breads? What are we up to? We're trying to flirt.
Why not?
Okay. Yeah, bit of action priorities there, but it's fine. When you hear two banana breads like that, there are some reasons, but the main reason is the spy messed up. Uh, we're doing a crosstown here, putting ourselves close to, but not at the bookcase. If the laser goes away for a bit too long, we might just slam this book in.
Which
Laser's
is
very
yeah.
much here, and we are not going into the bookcase for good reason.
Yeah, I wonder why are we going to that conversation though? Just to wait a bit more to be on that side of the map for the book return?
Okay. The laser's just on the yellow bookcase every time a bear goes near it. Maybe it's time to go consider the blue bookcase.
Potentially.
Quick flirt and stop talk. We got 2 minutes left on the clock. We need to do something with this book, even if it's putting it back in the green bookcase. We just need to get it out of our hands so we can grab other things. Every time that we go by a bookcase, the laser's there. A bear is just done with it. He's going back to the bookcase. We're slamming it in.
Oh,
Royal, are you shooting for it?
not with
What?
that speed.
Oh no, Royal's going tilted on Duke. It looks like he's ready to shoot Duke for one more thing, and that's saved our butts here because that was all on screen. Just on screen, but the eye's not on it. We need one more inspect, one more flirt if we're doing this the right way. Hit the pad, get the flirt. Now we just need inspect. The only concern here for a bear is, are you going to get shot for the inspect, and can you please put the statue down so you don't get shot for a potential swap? Closing it out here immediately, going for the inspect. This is about the most swappable statue, but we're holding it above our head. We should be fine. We'll probably one cycle and get out of here so we can see the statue. We're not swapping. Don't worry. We're not winning.
Yeah, we're not doing anything.
The, the,
Oh,
the,
that turn there, just enough with just enough time to win.
yeah, a cute little dance there. The dancing bear, if you will. Uh, and a bear's brought it back. We are 3-3 going into high rise, which we're gonna see a lot in this tournament. This makes high rise very stressful, and it's already a very stressful map. I'm looking at these missions here on high rise, and swap is on. Bug is off.
It's interesting.
If any player was gonna do it, I would have said, like, if you asked me before tournament, there's 64 players. Which of these players is silly enough to keep swap on? I would have said Royal Flush. I think he is the most checkerish player in the game,
Yeah.
of the veterans at least.
I think he
Uh,
has mentioned something a bit before that he's just more comfortable with Bug being off or something along those lines.
we're playing as Alice. No bug in 3, 2, 1. Playing it.
Yeah, having the bug off is a bit peculiar on this map because it's one of those missions that, you can think an AI did it just for pathing or for just, weird movements. And, with just 3 missions needed for completion, you do want Sniper to have that kind of paranoia.
The nice thing about swap is, especially on those like far right statues, it does pull the eyes away from the main party. The problem is the main reason that you want to be pulling the eyes away from the main party is for hardtails, specifically Bug and Purloin, and those are both off. So it really doesn't actually get you that benefit that you want unless you're trying to hide fingerprints, and that's a big ask. You don't see that very often. Ambassador's a jerk, about to take a drink and get a fingerprint, but he bails out right before, so Royal doesn't have an opportunity here for maybe like a difficult fingerprint would have been an option.
Yeah, we do have 34% flirt, which, on this setup is an okay pacing. We would need to do something else soon.
Conversations are pretty full, but we need to move over to the other conversation. We're not doing that. We're just proceeding
Banana
with
bread.
a fake banana bread. Uh, really best case scenario is the one person outside of conversation was the SDA. That's not the case. We are also framing ourselves. It's going to be on Royal. Is he going to still try and finish missions despite doing another fake? Or is he really just committing to the frame, or maybe just doing nothing and hoping someone gets shot without necessarily doing much more in this game?
It's really interesting what will be the choice for further of the game. Once again, doesn't seem like we're doing missions, and it's something we've been seeing from Flesh the whole night as a spy. Slow early game, and then we're running out of time. We're probably setting up for the real banana bread, potentially at least some sort of flirt, because we're already there, might as well.
So we get a fingerprintable drink. We do get the flirt. It's been a very slow start. We're just at 51% with two whites. I think red dress is probably the most suspicious. We got a good low light earlier on Papa Danger for a
Banana bread.
bounce. Red dress is talking during the banana bread. It's gonna be either on us finishing or red dress getting shot. There's not gonna be like a weird bug situation just because bug is off. Uh, Beyond that, maybe one of the other two people left in the party go middle statues, but it's getting pretty late.
If we hit the screen, we still
Commentator's
need to
turn.
hunt for your fingerprint somehow. Not a good, and we
Now,
do only.
now we look like a spy, and we're not in a position to finish. Um, we can't grab this briefcase. It's just right under the ambassador's toes. Red dress, do you care to do something? There's not enough time. The only thing that could happen is someone goes to statues and they just wouldn't get into overtime. Looks like a bear is going to take a lead here, unless no, there's just nothing happening. Well played to a bear on the patience here, but it's just a timeout. The banana bread doesn't cause enough pressure, and with bug off and nobody completing fingerprints or inspects, there's no reason to shoot.
Yeah, it's kind of rough being so patient on the sniper side, especially on this map. Once again, due to the mission setup, so yeah, I'll second you in congratulating on that there.
On that, there, a bear now has the lead, still wants the win. We'll talk about it here in a moment. This group is loaded, but we'll get started in three, two, one, playing it.
Yeah, and we do have clarification in chat that Royal was planning to do the frame game right even before the actual game happened.
He's been doing a lot
Therefore,
of frame games. It's not surprising. So
therefore the no bug choice as well.
to note, with a good 49% flirt, now we're chatting with the ambassador, all innocent like. This group has Crazy Kaylee, the 5-time SpyParty League champion, uh, and DeGran, who's no slouch himself. That's a good bug. General has a good bug. It was wrong arm. It was out of the blue. Bear might
That
have
was
just won this set
beautiful.
on that bug.
That was beautiful.
Now, if we can just, I mean, we could end this immediately. Big green flirt here would be fantastic. We'd be very patient about it if we want to. We have 3 minutes just to do potentially one flirt. We get it on spot. We do want to note the double agent who is in our conversation is the SDA. We can't just do the banana bread immediately. We could even do middle statues if you really want to just close out the game. It's a rush. It's a rush.
And that's what we're doing. Yeah, I think I like middle statues there. You're not gonna shoot for middle statues that early in the game without a banana.
The only way you lose this is a red test, and even then you could put the statue down and go somewhere else. It doesn't look like we're getting shot. There's no reason for it. A bear just getting it in time to not break the animation. 6 seconds left. It's going to be a bear making a bit of a comeback here, down 3-1, bringing it back to 5-3. Fantastic stuff then from bear, and unnecessary statue inspect at the end. Royal Flesh making a lot of really good meta decisions with the assume reels and the framing, but a bear just inches it out there with just a bit more skill in the end, and a really nasty bug.